Welcome to my channel. I am GDP, and today I'm going to release my updated version of building up a Delacium army. So, before we get started, I would like to start off by saying that Heart Watcher is a requirement, and when you have your Heart Watcher, regardless if you have her as 10 star, E3, E5, E4, whatever it is, 9 star, preferably you're going to want to run her with an energy artifact. This way, so when your Delaciums replicate into the next round, they are replicating an attack reduce right from the get-go. That way you can get more survivability out of your team and be able to live with your Delacium army, because normally you do not run a healer with your team. Second off, let's go ahead and say that in all situations, building up your dot dealer is always going to be the best in no matter what. So always build your dot dealer, which most likely is going to be an Athaqua. But if you have a Nakia, Sigmund, whatever dot dealer you're going to do, push that dot dealer up first. It's going to benefit you way more than pushing up your Delaciums in the Delacium army. So let's go ahead and go into the next thing here. For your first 6 copies, you're going to be wanting to build 2 9 stars. That's typically all you need for a Delacium army, because at the 9 star is when you get the 3 times replications. It is possible to build up a 6 star, 6 star, 6 star if you really wanted to. I don't recommend this. But just taking 2 Delaciums to 9 stars is going to be your best situation. You could go a 9 star, 6 star, 6 star, or a 9 star and a 6 star, but if you do that, you're going to have to burn a healer. So in most situations, 2 9 stars is going to be what you want. If you have low guild tech or low pet runes or whatever, say you have, you're going to be wanting to bring in a 3rd Delacium into the team at a 9 star. The reason being is you're going to have extra replications of that Heart Watcher attack reduction. This way you'll be able to go into the -1, -2 damage by the bosses in round, I believe it's round 2 to 3. I think it's round 3. And then, because with the 2 Delaciums, it's about round 4 to round 5 so when you start seeing that -1, -2. So the 3 Delaciums get you a couple rounds quicker, which means you'll be able to live a lot easier and be able to stay in it a lot better. So go ahead, build up 3 Delaciums if you really need to. Once you have a 2 Delacium set up at 9 star, it is acceptable to take them to 10 star because at that 10 star you do get a higher chance of extending the dots and extending the Heart Watcher reduction. Also, it is highly advisable to take your Delaciums to E3 if you really want to push maximum amount of damage, because that will give you your Purify, and Delaciums do not replicate if they are CC'd, so keep that in mind. And you're also not going to be getting your extension if they can't do an active because they're CC'd. So keep that in mind. If you really need to, take them to E3. It really is very beneficial, but at a bare minimum, you're going to want 9 stars or a 10 star, 10 star preferably. Let's go ahead and talk about gearing for the Delaciums. At 9 to 10 star, you're going to be wanting to run damage reduction. So this means Fearless Armor or a King of Demons. You could run a crown if you have a spare crown, but I didn't even mention that here because that's pretty much unnecessary. If your team is not in risk of just getting one shot, you could run an upgraded Kiss of Ghost if you do have it. This way your Delacium will be able to heal back up with its abilities, because normally Delacium will not be able to heal up unless you have a Rogan buff on you, you have a Belrain, or you have an E5 Delacium where you can take the first E5 enable and heal off of his abilities. But if you have an upgraded Kiss of Ghost, you do kind of gain the ability below E5, so that does help provide some sustainability. But typically, if you're running 9-star or 10-star, you're going to be running damage reduction, so Fearless or King of Demons here. For E3 and up, this is kind of when it allows you to go into a more of a damage-oriented / kind of figuring out what you need between each boss. Antler's Cane is going to be want for your damage artifact if that's what you want to run. If you want to go for best overall damage to your team, you're going to be want to run a Glittery Demon Bell. This way you'll be able to feed energy into your Thaqua and get more actives out of your team. I put a Glittery Candy Bar here because of Flame Shrine bosses like DA, or say like Broken Spaces 6, where you have a Oberon and a Corpse Demon. There's a couple different CC forms here. If a Delacium is CC'd, as I mentioned already, you kind of lose your ability to replicate and also extend off of your active. So this way, if you are constantly getting CC'd, you're going to lose that Heart Watcher attack reduction, and your team possibly might die. So the Glittery Demon or Glittery Candy Bar does help that. So yeah. And I also put the Glittery Kiss of Ghost here just in case you want to get heals at E3. But yeah, so maximum damage on your team, Glittery Demon Bell is the best though, so keep that in mind. Let's go ahead and go into here. Your best dot dealer is going to be a Thaqua, as I've said already. A Thaqua is the best damage dealer in the game and also the best dot dealer in the game. So the Delacium army works best with a Thaqua. As for your supports, Drake is pretty much your best support besides the Heart Watcher. Drake targets lowest enemy, so does a Thaqua. So they kind of work hand to hand together, and they will be able to combo off of each other, and kind of you'll be able to feed hits into the black hole and also get the bonus of the defensive stat reduction from the Drake. And then you also got Rogan here. Rogan benefits assassins. They get double bonus, but you get a 20% attack bonus. That's pretty much the biggest benefit here. You also get 10% crit, but since Thaqua is an assassin, she does get 40% attack and 20% crit. So she'll be able to hit nearly crit cap and have a massive amount of attack. So Rogan does provide the biggest damage boost past Drake if you're talking about supports. Olivia works well, Gurki works well, Belrain works well. Those are basically your other options, but Rogan is the best one. And he also provides an added benefit of giving Bloodthirsty to your team. So if you're not running an upgraded Kiss of Ghost, your lower star Delaciums will be able to heal themselves back up with Bloodthirsty and be able to sustain and live throughout the fight. So that is one extra bonus of running Rogan in your team besides just having the damage boost. Let's go ahead and talk about the last thing. This is for new players pretty much only. If you decided to build a first E5 hero, it is acceptable to go with Delacium as your first E5 because Delacium does take you higher in Seal Land than what a Thaqua can do. I believe a single Thaqua is about Seal Land 14, maybe Seal Land 15, while a single Delacium does enable you to go all the way up to Seal Land 18, 19, and 20 if you get the perfect RNG. So if you wanted to get high Seal Land clears, you can build up your Delacium all the way up to E5 if you want first, if you have those copies, and then later on regress for a Delacium army. So thanks for watching this video today, guys. I hope this gives you guys a bunch of information. I know I have had to update this for a while. I've always been getting questions on what artifacts I should be running on Delaciums. I hope this answers your guys' questions. I do want to make one last note here. The stone on Delacium doesn't really matter. I run Delacium with a blue stone, and it works just fine. It really, even at E5, you don't even need a holy damage attack. But if you want to talk about the best stone for Delacium, it is a holy damage attack damage wise. Otherwise, you could go with an HP stone just for more survivability. But once again, as I said, on multiple accounts that I run, I just keep the Delacium stone at blue. So I don't even have one. So thank you guys for watching today, and I'll catch you guys into the next video.